May we all emulate from this example and united be one, put others' needs first, then be there for others. Let us pray. Almighty and merciful God, God of all grace and glory, we remember before you today our founding president. We thank you for giving him to us to know and to love as a companion on earth. In our boundless compassion, console us, Lord, as we mourn. Give us your aid, so we may see in death the gate to eternal life.
It's not changing.
That we may continue our course on earth in confidence until by your call we are reunited with those who have gone before us. We pray all this in the name of God the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Thank you.
Then just yeah.
Thank you very much, Reverend Fikeko, for the opening prayer. Today, the 26th of February, 2025, indeed mark the 18th day of
I send you the program for tomorrow on your WhatsApp.
Okay.
You need to do some work to just make it right so that you can send it. I'm print to print. They will print it in the morning.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe even after here you can check on
founding president and the founding father of the Namibian nation, the founding president of the Republic of Namibia. As has been witnessed since his departure, we have witnessed many memorial services that were attended by the Namibians, SWAPO party members alike, both at the private residence of our departed leader, and have later also had the opportunity, the Namibian nation had the opportunity to pay their tribute and last respect in several parts of our country, with the last one today being in the capital city of the region, Paris, and therefore SWAPO party also is here today with the Candlelight Vigil, to pay our last respect in our day to bid farewell to our departed hero, the most gallant son and fearless freedom fighter, the leader who fought unwaveringly for the liberation of our country, and who unwaveringly committed his life to the service of the Namibian nation. With that, I would like to, at the onset, say that I am here to direct this short program that I have been entrusted to direct this evening, and would be strictly directing this program. And with that, Next on our program is if the Chilombo, Father Chilombo John's Faith Mission Trust Bank is here. I was made to understand they were delayed a little bit because of the circumstances. I would like to know whether they are here now. They are not yet here. With that, may I request the money to give us an interview, the money. SWAPO has lost its founding president, who led the party since its founding on the 19th April 1960. Dr. Shafiishuna Nujoma led our party since its birth for the good 47 years today, for the good 47 years. A liberation movement which birth was occasioned by the felt need to provide an organizational expression and a national platform to the spontaneous anti-colonial activities which characterized our society during the latter half of the 1950s. We are here as SWAPO party members to remember our iconic leader, His Excellency Dr. Shafiishuna Nujoma, whom we will remember as having dedicated his life to the service of the party, to the service of the Namibian nation, to the people of Africa, and to the world humanity. leaders to get ready. Please. And in this case, when we are all ready, can we assist our leaders so that I can kindly request our Secretary General to lead our candlelight in honor of our departed leader and national hero, our founding president, His Excellency Dr. Shafiishuna Nujoma. I'm told our leaders on the high table are ready. May I then therefore humbly request what we are observing is now our leaders who are lighting the candles that symbolizes our last respect we pay to our departed leader, His Excellency Dr. Shafiishuna Nujoma, and say, go well our leader, go well our founding president, go well our gallant and iconic hero, till we meet again.
She could just improvise with your phone.
Thank you very much. I am informed the Father Tiongo St. John's Faithful Mission Brass Band has also arrived. The Father Tiongo St. John's Faith Mission Brass Band, if you can please move forward to give us your performance. Yes, please. You can do your...
Thank you, thank you.
And pay your last respect. While Father Tiongo St. John's Faith Mission Brass Band is getting ready, can I get an indication that they are all here and that they will be able to perform? And while they are getting themselves ready, I think we can also, with the candlelight, sing our revolutionary song, dear comrades and fellow mourners. Let us send off our departed leader in a dignified manner. Revolutionary songs. That will be the last one while I'm allowing the three comrades to lit their candles. In preparation for me as the director of, the one that we just started will be the last one.
Yes,
In preparation to call up our one and only Secretary General of the SWAPO party, after giving that befitting revolutionary song that I permitted you to do. is a befitting one, as those who were in exile will remember we affectionately called him Oka Pembe. Therefore, with that, may I now call upon Comrade Sophia Nahango Shanimba, the Secretary General of SWAPO Party, for her introductory remarks and welcoming. Comrade Secretary General.
Okay, it's a computer there, so I put the one is for my comrade there. Okay. For me, yes.
Thank you very much, Director of Ceremonies, for the podium. And in your own capacity, Secretary for Information and Mobilization for SWAPO Party, the bereaved family, the children, the siblings, the grandchildren, and most importantly, Kuku, Mekuru, Kobambo, Nujoma. Your Excellency, Comrade Nujoma, Vice President of our party, SWAPO, President-elect of the Republic of Namibia, and Tate Ndekwa. Your Excellency, Comrade Dr. Nangolo Mpumba, the President of the Republic of Namibia, and Nene Mpumba. Comrade Wahekwa Erunga, our Deputy Secretary General of SWAPO Party. Comrade Sarah Kubongewa was supposed to be here, but she caught up with equally important responsibilities. Members of the Central Committee and Political Bureau of our party, I have seen here the Chairman of the National Council at Hournor. I have seen here the NUNW. Where are you, my brother? There you are. You are SWAPO, and SWAPO is for the workers. I can see here the think tank chairman of the SWAPO party, Comrade Nikondo. I'm seeing the honorable councillors, I'm seeing the MPs here, I'm seeing the comrades, I'm seeing everybody. I know you by face and by name now. What a wonderful evening, though our Father is going to sleep. We are here, comrade mourners, Tatebu Joel Keiko, to pray for us, comrades and friends, members of the media. As your administrator in the office, I can only say, with rain or no rain, with a storm or no storm, with heavy weathers or no heavy weathers, for Nujoma, we shall be here. And therefore, we are all here to mourn our leader, the icon of our revolution, our founder, our inspiration. I'm happy to see that the youth are here. They are saying, no matter what Tatekuru, even if you have gone to sleep, your children, we are here to take your part to the fore. You are saying in your totality there, Tatekuru, sleep well, but no, your party shall be defended.
This is what I'm seeing in your faces all together. The rain came, you stood firm just because of our uncle, who fought for our liberation, who brought independence, who brought peace for our country, for now and for our future generations. Welcome, my comrades, to your headquarters. Are you happy to be here? Yes. Are you happy to be here at the foundation of our party? Yes. Can you see how beautiful it is for now and for the future? Yes. I look at Continua Victoria herself. Thank you. Having said that, directors of ceremonies, you called me my leader. You are my leader in your own right. To introduce our main speaker of this afternoon at the Candlelight Vigil at the national headquarters of SWAPO party. We are getting there slowly, isn't it? Therefore, my comrades, this is indeed an extraordinary evening, my dear comrades. This is a solemn ceremony. We are not going to do it the usual way. We are mourning. I am invited to the podium to introduce our man, His Excellency, the Vice President of SWAPO Party, His Excellency, President-elect of the Republic of Namibia. Within a few days, our mother, as a democratic ways and principles, as an order that has been established, that will be followed by His Excellency Dr. Nangolo Buba, who said, my children, I am going to hand over to my sister without any quarrel. And I'm ready to be there also for her when she needs me. Few days we are counting. That day is coming. And it is coming very soon. Comrade Nagoro, I always call you Secretary General granted. It means the highest, the biggest before me, who dreamt that one day we will stand here. This and this beautiful program. We thank you, our leader, too, for coming, assisting your sister, giving her courage to move on. Thank you, Kabekulu. The person I am invited to introduce, my dear comrades, is a daughter of the soil. Is a very phenomenal lady. Is a diplomat of law. Is a leader on her own right, who participated during the liberation struggle of our country. She is strong, and God knows why she must be given this responsibility now. And therefore, when she is drawing the strength, Of course, you know her. She joined the SWAPO party long time ago. She worked for this party inside and outside. She is following in the good footsteps of her ancestors and her predecessors. She is a vice president of our party and president-elect who just elected last year with a very fair majority. So, comrades, I do not want to make a speech. Madam, it is your chance to come now, as it will, to talk to your children, to your comrades, give them courage in this very difficult time. But we are saying, Aluta continua ya Victoria, etc. Nujoma, we are here. Come, my leader, and talk to you.
particularly when you talk about my elder brother, come and work with me. I would therefore, before I start my tribute, to ask him to come forward, give a tribute here at the party headquarters. As you said, the Grand Secretary General, behind us is the building that he initiated, which you are now completing. And I feel in an occasion like this, it will not proper for him not to give a tribute to our leader here at the party headquarters. I therefore will take comments. President, kindly invite you to make a tribute.
Comrades, let us sit down. Relax. This is party headquarters.
I'm not elected this party.
Comrades, Ketumbo and Ilaitwa, our president-elect of the Republic Vice President of the Republic of Namibia, Vice President of the SWAPO Party, and few days, President of the party. You don't need to be a prophet to know that. Just looking at your faces, I already know how you are going to conduct yourself. Our Secretary General of the Shafiishuna, I love this place. I was waiting in that little office at the corner there, and you have made it grande. You have made it big. Thank you very much for growing up to the level of Deputy Secretary General. So continue to grow. All common members of the political bureau and central committee, SWAPO party, activists, what they call foot soldiers, some ministers, sometimes they are more at headquarters than at their ministries. Nevertheless, this evening is our evening as SWAPO members. To remember the person who brought us back from exile, brought us up from our villages, and made us today what we are. In general, you have to get used to sitting in front. We come a long way from Namibia in Angola to here. I don't understand why people think so. When you are a general, you are a general. Do they say ambassador retired? No. Do they say member of parliament retired? No. Why should the name retired when the time came? So why not remind you that it's retired? General, you are a general. The people's general. I always get involved because when I go back to the room, I come. And my wife always reminded me, I wish you are not going to speak. And I assure you, when I was only in
was telling me, you have to speak. We are crying, we are mourning, rightly so. We are hurt like there is no tomorrow. But we are trained, as you were singing, no matter what, we must be able to march forward. I think, I don't know, in Kwaita Shanyangana, I don't know who saw the sun first. I don't know who went into exile first, nor do I care about that. Since you are responsible for the elders, you are the eldest, you are older than me tonight. So let it have it that way. Comrade Nujoma was always the man you want to see when you have a fight. He was always the person you want to see when you have a diplomatic occasion. He was always the person who is having wings to cover and to collect and to bring everybody near. Since I'm supposed to give a tribute, if you want really a tribute, you are going to get it, but then you don't have a time for it. But I will mention a few things. I have mentioned this at the house the other day, the Monday after he passed on, that I had a group, I was in a group of 13 young men, 1966, on the bank of the Zambezi River on the Botswana side. And President Pohamba came to us and we talked to us and went back to Zambia. Dr. Nujoma came and he was not allowed to enter Botswana. Botswana was not yet independent. 2 people have to go and see him so that they can come and report. One of them was General Deimana. Deimana later became a general. Even in those days before he was even militarily trained, he was already a general by his own category. He became an artillery commander. Those who were in the struggle know him. The second person was the secretary of the group, Mbumba. So we went, we saw him, and we came back. And the rest of the 28, they saw him later in Lusaka. Then I went to the US. He taught me diplomacy in one single occasion, at one single occasion. He came from Africa, had few people with him, but all the Namibian students, SWAPO members, whatever, even those who did not belong to SWAPO, we joined him because we were going to an occasion offered by one of the embassies of African embassies. And it was a very grand occasion, so he told us, no Namibian should talk to other Namibians. Just go around, introduce yourself, talk to other people. We did that, and at the end, everybody said, Nujoma has so many people, so he's the leader for Namibia. Then I have to jump. I was once working in his office in Angola. Then I was called to the office. I was told, I am going to send you to Lusaka. That was 1988. I'm going to send you to Lusaka to go and work with Comrade Gaingom. But remember one thing, you still belong to the office of the president. So I have been a member of the office of the president ever since. And just look where I am. I was told I was in the office. Even when we came to Namibia after the elections, I never applied for a job. I was told, you are now the secretary to cabinet. I was sent to Walvis Bay. I was recalled even before Walvis Bay was reintegrated. You are now a minister. How could I not be grateful to Sam Nujoma? How could I not? And how can I possibly not obey the instruction from SWAPO headquarters? Because this is where power starts, at the party headquarters. Nujoma did a lot of things. A lot of things. The man was impossible. Organizing soldiers, constructing roads and railways, constructing State House. Now people think State House built itself. Constructing even the Heroes Acre, where he finally rests. We are here as SWAPO members. We no longer have the fear that somehow SWAPO will have less people in Namibia than any other part. It is important that we stand up. We stand up because of this generation, of the future generation, but also in memories and honor of those who sacrificed so much, led by one and one only, same Shafiishuna. So if we follow that line, if we truly believe, then we have to be nice to one another. Then we have to be fair to one another. Then we cannot afford to tell one another lies. Decampaigning. I'm glad there is no decampaigning now. Or you are still decampaigning one another? I'm glad finally I'm retiring and you can no longer decampaign me. You cannot decampaign a person who is not campaigning. Yeah. So I am happy, Secretary General, Vice President, for organizing this occasion, so that SWAPO members also feel they are the one. They are the one who followed Sam Nujoma up to this point. They are the one who are ready to continue the legacy of Dr. Nujoma. As a president of the country, I am very proud of two things which I can tell you now. One, all the vice president was there. I think the two of us or the four of us or the five of us, does not matter. We decided the remains of Dr. Nujoma have to go to the regions. We decided if we cannot get everything to group regions. They were grouped and places were mentioned. We decided to make sure that each place has somebody who is going to be in the place of the chief mourner. Vice President immediately, the first place, she took it. Prime Minister took her place. Kawana was appointed to go to Rundu. The minister responsible for chiefs and regions, urban and rural development, went to Katima. The speaker, even the speaker, I told the speaker go, the speaker went. You see, this is discipline. And then I told, oh, Bena Madira, you have to go to your own hometown where you were born, Wolfers Bay. He said, what? But I'm not in the cabinet. I said, this is not a cabinet matter. This is a national issue of Namibia. All Namibians must be involved. And then Mutorwa, is now today in Piedmont. Nobody ever refused. Nobody quarreled. Nobody said, how am I going to get there? But the biggest honor go to the Namibian Defense Force. You people who, general and minister and other people who have been in, for them to be able to cover these cities in 5 days, to have the equipment. When people vote for the budget of the Ministry of Defense, the money. How can you do this type of things if you don't have the necessary equipment and the necessary trained people who can do it? So salute to the army. Salute to the Defense Force. Without them, we could have been trying to cast what. They were able to lift up the heavy equipment and to do what is necessary. And therefore, we should build a nation in the image of Dr. Nujoma, because he never feared anything. He never said something is too big or too heavy or too whatever. As long as he's in the benefit of Namibians, he will do it. So if truly we are followers of Sam Nujoma, we should be fearless, we should be strong, we should be brave, and we should be ready. Not to be appointed, not to be elected, but to serve the Namibian people. I thank you for your attention.
Yeah, please sit down. You understand the energy that I need, that you enable me to stand here and pay tribute to our leader. In a day like this, our thoughts are to Mekulu Kovambo Nujoma, to the entire Nujoma, Kondombolo, and Mushimba families. Your Excellency, Dr. Nangolo Mbumba, President of the Republic of Namibia, and Madam Mbumba, our First Lady, Comrade Sophia Nango Shaningwa, our Secretary General, Comrade Wahekwa Irunga, our Deputy Secretary General, General Ndaitwa, we have learned from our President today that retired is a word used in writing, but when you are talking, you simply say general. Thank you, former President, for that education. I sincerely request that I stand on the protocol that is established while recognizing all of you comrades in your individual capacities and representatives. We are gathered here to observe the candle lighting vigil in the remembrance of the departure of our founding president of the SWAPO party, founding president of the Republic of Namibia, father of the Namibian nation, and leader of the Namibian revolution, Comrade Dr. Sam Shafiishuna Nujoma. With his passing, and I want to underline what I'm going to say here. With his passing, Africa has closed the chapter of the founders of the African Union. Of all the leaders who were present in Addis Ababa when the Organization of African Unity was being formed, he was the surviving one. So now, as a continent, we must know we have matured enough. Our leaders are no more there. The history they have left us, we'll get it from the books. And it's us as Africans to make sure that we really follow in their footsteps. Therefore, his passing, Namibia, Africa, and the world has lost a revolutionary leader whose foresightedness and visionary leadership shaped the modern history, not only of Namibia, but that of Africa. We therefore stand here with heavy hearts, full of sorrow and overwhelming pain, but with joy, because what the Organization of African Unity stood for, which is the total liberation of the continent, as our leaders are departing, they have played their role. And we in Namibia, we are the lucky ones that our own founding president is one of those who have shaped the Africa we are proud of today. It is therefore our responsibility as Namibians, and in particular SWAPO party members, to make sure that what he and other African leaders stood for, we have to take it up so that their legacy is there now and in the future. We are all aware that when Nujoma, after having served as the leader of our party for 47 years, even when he left the office of the president, both of the party and the government, he has been always very active. We have been inviting him to address rallies during the campaign, and we have been visiting him. He has been calling us so that we go and get words of wisdom from himself. And this is the legacy that he left us. There are so many things that we have learned from him. There are so many profound, guiding statements that we have learned from him. And I'm happy that we are here lighting the candles in his remembrance on this rainy day, because one of the things he taught us is that a nation that cannot feed itself will never be respected. That has led him to make agriculture as one of our priorities, to the extent that from the north to the south, he has initiated and set up green schemes where we should produce our own food. For the past 2-3 years, we have not been getting rains, but this year we got rains. God is always great. He does not want our leader who committed himself to the well-being of our people to leave his people in a serious drought. Now let us do our part so that we make sure that where we can, we produce our food. He made it very clear, a nation that cannot feed itself is not a nation. Sam Shafiishuna Nujoma is a visionary leader. He does not plan for himself to benefit. He plans for others to benefit. When he was planning the construction of the State House, we all know what were the reaction from some corners. But he moved ahead. He built that State House. He never set his foot there as a president. because he was not building it for himself, but for Namibians. Early in our independence, he called us here. I was here at the headquarters, together with other national leaders. And exactly the same way, when he was planning the war, he put the map on the table in this boardroom, in the room behind us. And then he said to us, we must plan to build a SWAPO headquarters. The drawings were already there, and he showed us and said, I'm showing you this to make sure that the part headquarters is built. SWAPO is here to stay. SWAPO must have a place where we can operate from. For too long, we have been operating from the jungles of different countries, from one place to another. But now that we have arrived in Windhoek, we must have our headquarters. True to his word, here is the headquarters. It's unfortunate we are going to officially open it while he's not there, but he never designed it for himself. Tomorrow at 11, we will have a short ceremony just at the front there, whereby we just want his body at least to have, even if it's 5 minutes stop, at this particular building, which he worked for hard. Sam Nujoma has taught us so many things. They say under the tribute, one has to talk, how do you know him? What are the encounters? Yes, I have so many encounters with Sam Shafiishuna Nujoma, but I might only share 1 or 2. First, when we went into exile, as that generation of the 70s, I can call it my group, and I have a reason why I can call the group of 74 being my group. Because, yes. So it just as the president was explaining how things work. I did not plan it to be the leader of that group, but it came. As the chairperson of the SWAPO Youth League in Obambaland, I decided together with 5 comrades, both men, in June 74, to cross the border into Angola. At the time I was a teacher, and I was looking for an opportunity how I can live. We were 5 very scattered. One was coming from Oshakati, one was coming from Oshigambo, and then 3 of us were coming from Odibo. Now, there was a time when the school teachers were to go on excursion. I said, I'm not interested into excursion. Let me remain to take care of the schools. So that became an opportunity for me. So when they came back, Netumbo is already gone. And I understood that the story was, Netumbo is gone, Netumbo is gone. And that's how they start mobilizing themselves and follow the leader. When I arrived and met President Nujoma, and then, of course, there was a lot of Netumbo in the newspapers. A lot of Netumbo. They were together with Kome Pohamba. Kome Pohamba being what it is, I was also very tiny. And then he said, oh, Kaimabe, oh, vengoto terrorizing Embulu. And then President Nujoma say, that's my mother. From there until he passed, he never called me by my name. It's just my mother, my mother. Then he gave me the responsibility to work in the office of the Secretary for Administration, at the time, Comrade Moses Garwell. Now, as I say, our intention was to go and fight. Now, as a secretary in the office of the Secretary for Administration, all the preparations for those who have to go for training go through that office. I think General Shali did what I did also. I heard him saying it the other day. Now, I said, for this long, I have not yet got my training, and I must go and fight. So I sneaked my name into the list. And because every time when the trucks are leaving early in the morning around 4, they call people by names. But I have been putting it in, but it was always removed. That day it was my luck. So it was not removed. So I was called, then I went to Sinanga. Unfortunately, I didn't know. The previous day, the president went to Sinanga. Just as the truck was offloading, he was there to greet those who are going for training in order to give them orientation. There comes Netumbo. My goodness. But polite Sema as he is, and because of that mother would he put on me, he say, Memo toi penny. Memo toi penny. We are going back tomorrow. So that is one of my experience with him, that when he decides that you should do this, is what you should do. And the discipline is what he's always reinforcing. So I had to go back. So the rest is history, but finally I got my training in Wambo. So that is least give me comfort after having done the assignments that were assigned. The other one really is